Ufotable. Wait, what? Wait, what are we watching? Oh, cool. Yes, we watched this in the theater.
This kicked ass.
We're just like rewatching this for your entertainment.
You know, have a little bit of a podcast and talk about how actually really cool this was in the theater, for at least the new portion of it was. It's the first episode of the new arc.
Yeah, this is more of a commentary. I mean, more than usual commentary. We don't have to super focus on what's going on because we know what's going on.
Especially last time when it was just you freaking out like, oh my god, this castle sequence was fucking insanity, and like, oh my god, it's fuck you Rengoku killer.
At the theater, there was like just a few people in there, literally
dude,
just
we almost had the theater to ourselves, but then like one guy showed up.
Yeah, it was kind of like sad.
Guarantee you, if that one guy was not there, I would have just been screaming my dick off the entire time.
I would have been yelling at the screen, but it's fine.
Just once, I want like the theater experience. I'm especially surprised someone showed up considering what it was.
Right? Like, who the heck came and watched this? I could just let us watch this on our own.
Yeah, like I know it's new content, but dang, I'm surprised someone resisted most of the 2 hours that was just the last of the entertainment district.
I was okay to seeing it. I know you were opposed to seeing it. But this castle, though, this infinity castle is insane. Yo, seriously, UFO table, how much are you gonna, like, outdo yourself?
Supposedly, the producer for season 3 is saying, we plan to make it more crazy than season 2. Like, hey, bud, season 2, by the end of it, was pretty fucking nuts to look at. What do you mean it's gonna get more?
Like, look at this. It's gorgeous.
Imagine trying to just navigate this place, waiting for everything to like lift blockade and everything.
Yeah, you need to know which one goes to what area you want, or else you're gonna get squished.
If Muzan's Infinity Castle stand is not already just, to get to me, you have to get through my fucking house.
What if that's the final
He
fight?
starts doing Kingdom Hearts throwing like his buildings at you.
Yes.
In addition to, you know, being the vampire.
Oh man, which house is more intense? Dracula's house or this house? They're both castles of insane.
Infinity Castle or the Castlevania. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There would just be like a thing. Or you have like, again, like...
Seriously, this wood floor is just wood floor.
That's just a real ass wood floor. Alright, you got very upset about one of these guys having the number 5.
Yes, yo, he's my number. Why did he have to look so gross looking?
He's not someone pretty like someone there. Was it this dude?
Yeah, it's this guy.
Him with his weird scalping missing buzz cut hair. Yeah.
It's like a worm thing coming out of a pot.
Just fucked up facial features.
Ugh.
In fact, this man could give you 3 facials at the same time.
Ew.
What if that look was actually discussed?
I have a special kind of hatred for, you know, for our third guy.
Oh, for totally valid reasons, I can understand that. For, you know, but
yeah.
then you
I
seem
hope
surrounded
they
by
say-
weirdos and you're like, damn, feel for you a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
he
I
seems like the most normal after seeing everybody.
Yeah, even before, you know, Yutaro and
Gaki.
There's almost this guy. Almost. But then he's voiced by Miyano Mamoto, and then you totally understand how he is. And then you have the guy in long hair, Kokushiba.
We'll talk about that when he gets there. But for now, Doma. What is up with Doma? That hair, Doma.
I thought he was wearing a hat. Maybe it is a hat.
No, it's his hair. It's like he's got a strange hair.
Like weird hair blood on him. Globules.
Like, why is Akaza so pissed right now?
Don't you just hate Miyano Mamoto being a smug bitch towards you?
He absolutely hates this guy's guts.
He's too chill.
Oh, yeah, I forget. It's like so much like, what the... body abuse.
He's too lackadaisical about stuff. Yo, I just had that mouth prepared.
Those eyes though, man. Look at those eyes.
So rainbowy.
He's like, excuse me? Look at how disgusted he looks!
He hates this guy.
I wanna know what the heck is going on between them. Like, he hates him so much.
Like, my god, this man is so much.
And this. I have theories. Like, and I'm also confused at the same time seeing this guy.
Confusion and delay, especially at his hair color.
Yes.
Primarily the hair color, right?
Is Tanjiro happen to be related to this guy?
You know what the editing for this whole scene makes me think of, though?
Blood?
No, you know like those Indian dramas where they break the glass and like
oh,
over
yes.
dramatic 5 times? I couldn't stop thinking about that with how dramatic when you're like, oh, it's him. It's a little funny when you just kind of notice how much is happening for the editing here.
They want to make sure you're understanding the dramaticness of this scene.
Like, oh my god, it's him. It's Michael Muzan.
Michael Muzan. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap about your eye. I'm surprised that he didn't just off every single one of them right here.
They still have used it. Also, he's like, well, I can't waste my fucking blood, I guess.
Like, all the stuff looks cool though. The CG is nice.
Look at this man doing science.
It's actually not annoying to the eye.
What with all like the CG environments that happen here?
Yeah, surprisingly, it doesn't clash with the 2D art for some reason. It actually makes it look nice.
Yeah. Man, imagine having pupils the shape of the word of a number.
A word of a number?
Like, how do you see? Do you just see in
Oh.
in like the outline of the word?
Pretty sure they can just see since they're like demons.
No, I like my explanation. It's funnier.
Okay.
This man's so frustrated. Like, god damn it, I'm being summoned here because I could fucking kill more people.
I'm surprised like he doesn't branch out into other countries to find this flower. Maybe it's not in this country.
It's never in Japan.
You've been searching it for this long. Maybe it's not in Japan.
You're telling me I gotta go to India?
And I'm surprised because, you know, Ubuyashiki is in Japan, that he doesn't branch out into other countries where he's completely away from demon slayers. I'm pretty sure the rest of the world don't know about demons at this point. Maybe.
Demons are only a localized effort in Japan. Everywhere else in the world, they live in other problems like...
Oh wait, maybe not. Technically, if you want to go with the lore of vampires, there is one in Transylvania.
Yeah.
But never mind. Maybe there's vampires elsewhere.
There's vampires over in Transylvania, there's werewolves in London.
You got mummies in Egypt.
You got serial killers over in Detroit.
You got Jack the Ripper in England.
You got duendes in Mexico.
Wendigo?
No, duendes.
Then what's the chupacabra?
Also Mexico. they just got some double stacked issues.
Okay. Well, in the US, they have Mothman.
Was it Mothman?
Yeah. All of his subordinates are like sadistic. No, not sadistic. They're masochists.
Sadistic masochist. That man's coming from being held by Muzan. He's like, oh, bet he's holding my head. I'm getting good head.
I just like seeing Muzan pissed off all the time.
I just like seeing him upside down.
Like, everything you do just pisses me off.
I think I really like that the head doesn't move slightly when it lands. It just flaps straight down to like the flooring texture. They could have made it move a little bit.
Nah, it's got hands all over that head. Maybe it like stuck to the floor.
It got stuck to the floor because it was still covered in his blood. God, these people.
Ugh.
You can hear the blood noises. He loves it. Do you like your number representing like this?
No. Everybody here is like so strange. They're making Akaza seem normal.
Yeah. The more I stare at Doma's hair and the fact that he's not wearing a hat.
Yeah, he's not wearing a hat. That's his hair.
It really is just a weird pattern going on.
Wait, you thought it was a hat for the longest time?
I thought it was a hat when I first saw him at the end of season 2.
Dang. And that thing's just cowering.
These people just being so fast.
Seriously! What is this guy? He looks like Tanjiro's dad.
Yeah, a relative related.
He's got the red hair going on like Tanjiro.
I like when they color hair like this where it's mostly just dark in the center except for like the outlines and tips.
Oh, it's basically the sheen.
The same thing that they do a little bit for like Deku's hair.
Yeah, it's the sheen.
When you want it to be a certain color but you don't want it to be overtaking their entire head.
Yeah, it's basically, it has like a highlight of a certain color, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hint of red.
If you look at real people's hair in the sun, it does look like that. Like people with dark hair, you can see either it's kind of red or yellow.
Yeah, like compared to like Akasa's like whole red hair there. Don't you like me being promoted, you little stupid bitch?
How is it he's not higher then?
He doesn't have quite the unhinged murder.
I guess. He still has some moralities.
You were trying to recruit that demon hunter instead of just kill him?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see... Dude, seriously, this thing is freaking me out.
Guy just got 6 eyes.
I don't know which eye to stare at.
Yes.
Is he not related to Tanjiro? Like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna guess they keep shafting Akaza because he keeps trying to like recruit strong people instead of just kill the demon hunters, slayers.
He might have a little bit more human in him than the rest.
Yeah.
I think
more than he thinks.
Yeah, because he wanted to recruit Rengoku. The way he was talking to him.
Like, come on, you're so amazing. Don't fucking waste your life living like a human. Come on, join us.
When he was doing that, if you look at it again, he doesn't have malice intent.
Yeah.
He was genuinely at awe at his powers. It's like, yo, we could use you.
You would be so cool if you were evil. Just do it.
Like he was enjoying the fight itself. Like a genuine fighter would.
Meanwhile, he wasn't just kill guy.
Yeah. I don't know about this guy though.
He's just...
Look at how I want this teleportation power.
Teleported by Biwa. I remember the instrument.
Biwa lady. Biwa lady.
Fuck up.
I respectfully decline. What is this? He's got a beanbag.
He does have a beanbag.
Doma.
John Founder, please.
Disciples?
Does he have like a cult somewhere? They call him Founder, and he wears this hat.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like one of the fancy hats, but I don't know what kind of fancy hat it is.
Like a hat from the era of Dynasty Warrior.
And I'm also confused with this.
Yeah, this scene did immediately confuse me just because I was like, this is current time, but then like, you don't know until after this happens that this is like a flashback.
I figured it was gonna be a flashback because his voice is different and he's got a kid.
Hey, for all you know, maybe he was just like in disguise when he got sent back to the Biwa. Look at this Tanjiro like and his weird hair spike at the back.
I'm guessing this is Tanjiro's ancestor.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks exactly like him. So I'm confused. Are they not relatives? Are these two not relatives?
Maybe great ancestor?
Because the way he's talking to him. Or maybe they're relatives.
So he could still be like distantly related.
Yeah, like your great uncle or something.
Mm-hmm. One eye.
This guy like the super flame.
Mm-hmm. The big fire. That person almost looks like got Nezuko's face as like an adult.
Their genetics are very strong.
Yeah. Guy on the right truly transferred his Tanjiro to Tanjiro.
With the earrings though, right?
This man transferred his earrings. Don't bring yourself down, it's bad.
But how does he remember that? Is this like the animus?
Was there like gene blood relation where you're just thinking about like All Might in that moment? What's going on right there, man?
You know how like in Assassin's Creed, your bloodline, you have memories of your blood?
Yeah.
You're seeing your ancestors.
Yeah, you see different people at some point related. Was it like that coma heritage?
Seriously, his recovery time is so freaking fast.
Mm-hmm. There's also like one of the few series where people suffer heavy injuries and actually take like, well, at least a stated long time to heal from it. So obviously,
in anime, in manga, that's like long.
Yeah, in anime time, you went through the last arc's final boss. You took a month off. Meanwhile, it happens to something in like One Piece. You just fought Rob Lucci. You'll heal yourself in a week drinking some milk, Luffy.
Oh yeah, you.
It was that guy.
Got snot on and everything.
He was thinking this while Nezuko was just like, they're all dying around me. Someone pick them up. She's awake. You can see like right there.
I think he's just passed out.
What, Nezuko?
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
No, Nezuko.
Oh.
She was awake in that shot.
Yeah. Castella!
It's been a while since we had like Castella, like a month or two now. Now I just want to chew on like sponge Castella bread. I'm just getting hungry looking at food again.
Castella.
The smell was so strong.
You didn't even clean up this mess.
This hazard was left here. Just left it alone.
You're a worker. I have accepted my role. I'm a worker.
Okay, not related to this, but how do you feel that Moana is getting a live action remake?
Oh. I feel like this guy's face.
Yeah, reasonable.
This is my face hearing that news.
Like, hey bud, people who watched that movie when they were younger still do not have nostalgia for that movie. What are you doing?
You gotta wait at least 10 years for it to be nostalgic.
Who knows what Disney live action remakes are anymore?
I don't know. I know they're not related, but they look like triplets.
They do, and it's because they all have the dot eyes. And they all sound alike.
I
But
can't
why
tell-
does this happen a lot?
I can't tell the difference.
The face through there. It's a good thing we have Nurse Joy scattered across Japan that all have the same 6 people. Okay, I know it's not like Nurse Joy's, this is just the one building that they go to. But how funny would it be if there were like 20 locations across Japan that all had the same 6 people?
They do have this type of, what is it? Help around Japan, remember? Like,
Oh, yeah.
If you see this mark or this writing, it's a place where you guys can rest.
Give them help.
Don't you need help?
This man was championing.
We could carry you out here, man.
Only his women are allowed to touch him.
Right? He's walking on his own. Like, don't you want a stretcher?
He ain't bitching out. He's got his wives.
Yeah, that's right. I got wives. Leave me alone. Yeah, he had the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was stuck on the ceiling.
Alright, so I guess that's not real.
That's a horror.
He's just up there.
He's never gonna get his name.
He gets it right 1 in 7 times, is the pattern.
Good for you, buddy.
Good for him.
Why won't you guys let him rest?
Alright, unnecessary movies being made also reminds me. Did you know?
Badger?
Oh yeah, this realistic ass honey badger.
He's a honey badger.
Hell yeah.
Those things are vicious.
So unnecessary movies. Hey, did you know more Toy Stories happening too?
Why you gotta stack up the weirdness?
I now feel vindicated that I just never cared for 1 to see 4. If they're gonna keep making more Toy Story.
Let it end, man. Let it end in a good note.
Let it die. It already ended on a good note, but they keep wanting more.
Just come up with new stuff.
But that's not gonna make money. I'll only make $1 million, not $1 billion. Truly a fucked up time for movies to be happening.
How do you explain, like, for example, anime that's always coming up with... I know there's the same theme in a lot of things, but at least they're trying to make it new.
Similar themes, new twists, new spins.
Yeah.
And we like looking at them.
Don't, like, give us beat for beat, but I mean, like, at least they're trying to come up with something new.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a rehash, being lazy about it.
There's no rehash brown to anything. I'm getting new stimuli. I'm getting new experiences. Like,
I want to put his nose on his face. Like, stick it.
Stick it like how you...
Yes, I want...
Suction.
I want his nose to stick on Tanjiro's face.
You want like a suction cup to get stuck on his cheek?
Yes.
That would be pretty good.
I thought that was gonna happen the whole time.
Lift.
I like the art. Can we just have the whole show like this? Even the demons, have them all look like this.
I would still be very surprised if this mangaka did not take from the comedy art style when Hellsing was trying to be funny.
Oh, Hellsing funny art.
Because you know the same ovular heads that they all use there too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing here.
Probably a fan. He's working though.
Doing jobs. Zenitsu, an extreme dichotomy of popularity when you switch countries.
I know the Westerners hate him, but Japanese people love him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because he's just like top 3 in polls when the manga was running or something.
I think it's because a lot of people...
Japan likes the gap.
Not just that, a lot of people can relate to him. Kind of like how Usopp is.
Like more extreme behaviorally Usopp.
He's so scared, but yet when his switch is on, he's badass.
Most issues that I seem to get from people is specifically audio...
Westerners thinks that he's annoying.
Not that he's annoying, but specifically they think the transfer to audio visual, him screaming a lot gets much for people. Like that seems to be just the main...
I love this thing. I have like small versions of these things.
Yeah, you crack them on my head all the time.
I call them headbanging crackers, but I know they're not called that.
So what would you do with these big ones? Would you try to crack them over my head too?
Yes, you probably get a concussion, but...
The worst part is I would probably headbutt into them too, because they're ripe for getting like butted in. Just like put it over my head like a hat.
They're like rice crackers. They're
You know like those popper toys where you flip it
Oh,
like
yeah,
a bubble cap and they pop themselves for after a little bit?
Yeah.
Do that like the reverse on my head.
You're probably gonna die, dude.
But yeah, Zenitsu seems to be specifically him being voice acted screaming a lot. That seems to be the main contention for people that I notice. In reading wise, it's like, oh, he's fine because I don't have to listen to him.
He actually don't bother me that much.
Yeah, I'm not bothered either. I get the gap.
You know what bothers me? Like really high-pitched seiyus for women that start screaming. That bothers me.
Yeah,
At least
basically that.
He still has a guy voice, so it's not like that really high.
It's not piercing your ears.
Yeah, it's just loud.
He may be loud, but I'm not deaf.
Like my ears are not bleeding for really high note.
Man, it's gotta be disorienting basically blind and deaf for like a day after getting like transferred by people around.
He's gonna have to be breathing through his mouth the whole time. I like this system. Like even this person is like, I don't know how to get there from here. This is all I know is the spot.
Yeah, there's only one specific person they'll probably go to. Someone at some point
Gets curious and follows him.
is gonna do a Liam Neeson thing and just be like, all right, they walked 1,000 steps west, 1,000 steps wide.
That's a Sherlock Holmes thing.
Well, calling it Liam Neeson, same thing. Smart people are awesome.
Smart people. Hello.
Whoa, 5 buildings.
I like it. It's a very quaint little town.
It's gotta be quaint to probably stay hidden good up there. Smells like Japan.
Wait, what? Hot spring? I know that a lot of people in Japan were worried. There's a scene where the love Hashira. Is the scene gonna get cut?
What, the scene upcoming here, or do you mean something that hasn't shown up in...
No, the
that we
scene in this where she's like in a hot spring.
Oh. Was ass gonna be too much?
Because they had a lot of flack when the Red Light District came out. Like right here, the scene, they're like, well, if they were giving a shit about that, are they gonna give a shit about this scene? Like, is this gonna be too much for people, or are they gonna cut it because it's like, oh my god, you know, we gotta watch for PR nowadays. You can't show naked women because this blah blah. I'm like,
oh, I'll watch for PR. I'll watch for getting robbed.
The author of this is a woman. She wrote this. Why would you think women would be offended by this?
I feel like this face.
It's like, yo, stop being offended for other people.
So if he flips his head a little bit from his perspective to his left, does the mouth instantly like...
Yes.
What's going on with like the mouth shape here? He does not hesitate in being earnest as possible.
Oh, there you go. You got that scene. You kind of see him at the angle.
Yeah.
I don't like those things.
Dog food?
Now think of cheese puffs, but instead of cheese, they're covered in like brown sugar maybe?
So brown sugar Cheeto.
Yeah, I've had one of those before. I don't like them.
That feels like a texture that I wouldn't want in my mouth after a while if it's gonna turn into sugar. Use sugar for complementing food, not as like a main snack on that you would eat, I think.
Well, does that mean you don't like candy?
I like candy because there's texture beyond just sugar in my mouth.
No, I mean like a round, just a hard candy.
Oh yeah, then I wouldn't like those. We gotta go dunk on your sword maker for not giving you a sword.
He's got a cute name, Hotaru.
Who is this man? We'll find out who he is. Man, I want to go to the Pog Champing Village. Look at all their masks.
You're not allowed to see the faces. They were like COVIDing before COVIDing.
Oh yeah, they social distance their entire small town away.
And on top of that, everybody's wearing a mask. Not just for your nose and mouth.
And
but...
they're all pogging. See?
Can we just live like this? Like, I don't want you to see my face, like, ever. I want to go outside just wearing a mask and just leave me be.
He needs a sword made of tungsten for how often he either like throws it and loses it.
Yo, can you imagine making a katana made out of tungsten? That's gonna be heavy as
And you'll be able to lift that and swing it and everything.
the heaviest sword, but you'll get the strongest sword.
So imagine when you throw down, let like the gravity take over. It is just going to cut like butter and smooth. Oh, this scene was pretty funny though.
Chiba has a sound effects,
Yeah.
not jiggle effects. I love this!
Man, please, you're about to spill.
Such a gentleman, look at this. Instead of trying to peek in, you should like cover up woman.
Those are weapons.
Those are weapons, ma'am! Ma'am, you need to cover them up.
Did you see that sub rising?
Sometimes the subs are just godly in this. I like her.
Yeah. Hopefully nothing bad happens.
Maybe she'll be fine because she's a girl.
But then again, the manga is a woman.
Yeah.
Maybe she takes no shits.
Normally, characters like that, they're reserved for like villains or some shit, and I hate it. Die!
That's just Bakugo.
I like how Tanjiro takes this.
Yeah, his method for meeting this man.
Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that.
It's been a long time.
He's got the same last name.
Yeah.
Swimming. Swimming. Look at that water, though.
I thought we could bond over us just being men in the tub.
I like her because she's exactly as she's presented.
Seems, yeah.
She doesn't look like she has a hidden personality of flip. Genuinely no gap.
That's how we fuck her up. We give her a new personality.
She's just a fun, loving gal.
The fun will be destroyed out of her by the end of this arc.
Stop it! I'm trying to keep her uplifted. This show's gonna be good to her.
Look.
Come on.
Look, we went through 2 Hashiras in a row of getting heavily maimed at least.
But they survived. They're surviving.
Did you forget Rengoku?
He was the first one, okay? He's our first batter.
First batter?
So he got like all the blunt of the punishment of being the first. It's okay. We're learning from it. We're learning, okay? That's the point, is to learn.
Yo, I love jelly donut.
She just loves eating, and I can respect that.
Hey, speaking of 4Kids making edits to remove Japan culture, you already know about the Boon being an iceberg in the One Piece 4Kids dub, right?
Yes.
Did you know that? You remember Django?
Look, her reason for being a Hashira is just, I just want to find love.
Yeah.
I want to find the strongest man.
It was not anything totally big, and he's just like, excuse me? Wasn't noble at all.
Maybe that's why she's just so happy-go-lucky. She doesn't have a dark past. Why she joined. You know, like, I'm pretty sure everybody who joined...
Time to invent one here and now.
No, like she just genuinely is like, she's been raised in good. No hardship, really.
Hardship's gonna be like, this village fucking dies or something.
Technically, if you go with that route, I think Rengoku is the same. None of his family has ever been murdered by demons. It's just happened to be that they want to help.
Yeah, but also, you know, he had strained relations with his dad or something.
But I mean, like, as in, like, there's no demon-related reason why they're here. Like, personally. They're just doing it from the goodness of wanting to help.
Yeah.
I mean, for her, I'm pretty sure she wants to help also, other than she wants to find the strongest dude to marry, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, you're saying about Laboon.
Oh yeah, so like, when Django has the kids and Kaya takes his weapon, kill herself because they need her alive.
Oh yeah, you showed me that.
She's like, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna use your weapon against you. And then his weapon is like, no, you can't because my weapon's too strong for you. So she just doesn't kill herself in that scene.
Yeah, because she was threatening to hurt herself, but the
Somehow...
English 4Kids changed it to where the weapon is alive and it's trying to hurt her.
Yeah, it's fucking possessed in their version. It's dumb as shit.
You made the weapon more powerful than the original. It's got a mind of its own now.
You made it better.
Why didn't you just cut the whole scene out then?
Look,
or like, just don't pick up one piece for 4Kids.
Yeah, right?
Problem solved.
But no, we gotta Americanize anime.
Just
we
stop.
gotta. What's the secret to this village? Is it gonna be fine dining and breathing?
Yes. Yo, dining. Can I just have some fish?
I want to like put the entire fish in my mouth, peel out the chopstick, and just bones.
Ooh, fresh fish.
I want to skewer fresh fry a fish.
Over a fire?
Yeah.
Open fire?
Like put salt on it, just fry it, eat it.
Maybe a little bit of butter,
Maybe butter. Because every time like it comes up in like shows, it looks really good.
right? I want to try it.
You got tungsten katana.
Could you make a very sharp sword out of a tungsten though?
Probably a natural spike or something.
I want somebody to make an actual sword out of that thing.
It smells so much like bath. You can see Tanjiro's fingers are still full of like, not blisters, but like wear.
Yeah, I like that. I like that they kept it, his hands are
How much fucking like
work.
strain and hard he's probably holding his swords ever.
Yeah.
We got 2 Hashiras this time.
I take that as a good sign.
Time for double the fuck.
No, I take that as a good sign, man. Because, like, first, we got Uzui who didn't die. It's because we actually fought together as a team. I haven't been saying this. I'm like, why don't they have the Hashiras fight together?
Oh. Whoa, it's that guy!
He's wearing your earrings, bruh. A relative?
I've seen this in my Yume before.
A living relative? Hi, relative.
He looks just like me.
I like his opening.
I do like that they keep up with Tanjiro looking with people.
Okay, do you remember the opening with Uzui? Was he facing the same way Tanjiro was facing?
Yes.
And he survived, right?
The only one that was different was Rengoku.
Okay, I have a theory. They're both facing the same way. I'm gonna say it right here. They're gonna both survive.
They're only doing that just because...
They're both gonna survive because they're facing with Tanjiro. It pisses me off that Rengoku was not. That's the only things thus far. If they cross and they don't look at the same direction, I'm gonna guess that means they're not survive. Crossing my fingers and hoping my theory's correct. I don't want him to die. Please, no more. Just win.
With that said, though, Uzui did...
He did eat shit a lot.
He did eat shit. He had an eye cut and also he like lost and his hand cut off.
Yeah, but he's alive. Makes me mad. Rengoku. Why they freaking taking Rengoku away? But yeah, sorry if we didn't talk about the episode as much. Like I said, we've seen the movie.
It's good.
It's good. Excited when the new episode comes out. We're gonna be super focused on that one. So that's that. I'm excited. But I'm also nervous. Seriously, I hope my theory's correct.
Oh, now they're just gonna fuck with you just because you said that.
They're facing it the same direction. That means they live, right?
Look, never trust openings after Jujutsu Kaisen 1.
Oh shit. But see, that's Jujutsu.
Yeah, but this is also Demon Slayer.
I don't think they would do us dirty, man. Like, and lie to us. Like, well, technically, if you were paying attention, I guess Jujutsu also gave you a hint that we were gonna lose a character.
Well, that's the thing. They don't give you a hint. In fact, they're fucking fooling you to thinking you're gonna get a new guy.
Like, there is, like, that scene at the ending. It's a famous painting of someone dead in that painting. And then, what's his name? Ippe? Tappe? Something Ippe. The guy that we lose is actually Junpei is actually sitting in that spot of that person who's apparently dead.
Well, guess what? I don't know art.
Basically, if you know your shit, they're already hinting at, yes, this character is not gonna be with us. Look at all these swords.
Look at all these swords. I wonder how many of them are dead.
Well, I gotta dead the sword. We went to the, like, what is it, medieval fair, and I forgot to bring my sword. It's the one time I could actually get away with walking around with a sword.
A sword in public.
And not be like, what is that?
Are you being noticed?
But I'm pretty sure I could never unsheath it, though.
Yeah.
Because it's an actual blade.